Japan, the land of the rising sun, and CART is here ready to race. Greg Moore, who won the season opener at Homestead, is looking to continue his tradition of winning. 4 of his 5 victories have come on ovals. Can Michael Andretti renew his winning tradition? Motegi bit the American in '98. Michael ran out of fuel while leading the race. Adrian Fernandez crashed at Miami, but as Japan's defending champion, he's hoping for a repeat performance on the Motegi Oval. CART's bad boy, Paul Tracy, is back, off suspension, and now has something to prove. Will the Japanese sun shine favorably on one of these heroes, or will it cast its rays toward a new tradition? ESPN Speed World presents round 2 of the CART FedEx Championship Series from the Twin Ring Motegi in Japan. Today, the coverage is of the Firestone Firehawk 500K, 312 miles. The action heated up in Motegi on Thursday during the practice session when Juan Montoya made contact with Michael Andretti in the first turn, sending both drivers into the wall. Both came away from the crash okay, but then tempers flared between the two. Montoya was fined $5,000 and put on probation when CART officials determined he took an unjustifiable risk. Haas went to express his displeasure with Montoya when Chip Ganassi stepped in between the two to calm tempers. But Haas took exception and slapped Ganassi with his trademark cigar. Then, our Gary Gerald caught up with both Andretti and Montoya.
Do you feel like everything is okay now between you and Michael after your conversation?
Yeah, it's perfect. I don't think why we cannot race side by side each other.
He apologized, and we go on. He just has to learn he can't use his race car as a weapon out there, and that's what he did.
Well, in the aftermath of the incident involving Andretti and Montoya, both men were relegated to their backup cars for qualifying yesterday, and the advantage was clearly Andretti's. He starts 5th. Montoya will start 15th. Andretti still not 100% physically with a sore neck and sore mid-back. And on the qualifying run yesterday for Montoya, there was further drama. On the second qualifying lap coming out of turn 4, he drifted high out of the groove, slapped the right rear against the concrete, damaging the suspension, but he made the save and drove the car safely back into the pits. Meanwhile, up here at the head of the grid, big story involving Gilles de Ferran. Remember the season opener at Miami when he had the huge qualifying crash on Saturday, then started the race 25th and ended up in 6th position? Well, today, for the first time in his career, on an oval, he starts from the pole. Next in line, Mauricio Gugelmin, then Max Pappas, then Adrian Fernandez, who won here a year ago, and amazingly, only 0.02 of a second separates that group. We've got the ingredients for a tremendous race right from the drop of the green.
All right, here's the starting grid with Gilles de Ferran on the pole. His 6th career pole, first since Detroit in '97. Mauricio Gugelmin alongside. His first front row start since Fontana '97. Max Pappas with the best starting position of his career inside row 2, and Adrian Fernandez, last year's winner, on the outside. In row 3, Michael Andretti and Greg Moore, the winner of the opening round at Homestead. In row 4, Christian Fittipaldi and Brian Herta. In row number 5, P.J. Jones and Paul Tracy back after a 1-race suspension. In row 6, Dario Franchitti and Jimmy Vasser. In row 7, Patrick Carpentier and Robbie Gordon. In row number 8, Juan Montoya in his backup car after that crash, and Mark Blundell. Row 9, Tony Kanaan and Helio Castroneves. In row 10, Alex Barron and Scott Pruitt. The 11th row, Richie Hearn and Tarso Marquez substituting for Al Unser Jr. In row 12, Cristiano D'Amata and Shigeaki Hattori making his first start in a champ car. And the 13th row, Luis Garcia Jr. and Michel Jourdain Jr. Now on the backstretch,